All right, welcome. It's another episode, Mathematics for non-mathematicians. This is Math Made Easy episode 7. Today, what are we looking at? Division and multiplication of terms. In our last class, we talked about addition and subtraction of expression. And I made you to understand that we have terms, then we have expression. That by the combination of one or two terms, you have what we call expression. So in this type of expression we talk about, by the time you combine terms together, you will be able to know that we have what we call terms, we have what we call expression. So you combine terms together to make expression, and we add up. And I made you to understand that for you to add up numbers that are the same, for you to add up numbers, you add up numbers that are the same. You don't add up just add up numbers that carry almost the same letters. Just like when you have 2y squared plus y. This one and this one, you cannot add it together because of one thing. Now what is that thing? On this place is raised to the power 1 and here is raised to the power 2. So it cannot be added up. Before you can add this one up, it's either this one turns to 1 or this one turns to 2. Then in that case, you can add it up. But we'll deal with this one in our last class. But in this class, we're talking about division and multiplication of expression of terms. So just like when we have 2x divided by x. This is 10, this is 10. We are dividing them. So it's still the same thing as 2x over x. In 2x here, x will cancel x. Then what do we have? We have 2 as the answer. We have 2 as the answer. But in the case where you are having x squared divided by x, what do we have? In this case, what do we have? What do we have there? What we have there is x squared over x. That is when they say x times x. X times x. Yes. Don't forget, how many x do we have up here? We have 2x. That is 2x. X times x to give us x squared over x. 1x cancel 1x equals to x. This one and this one, they are not the same. By the time you have x squared, if you have x squared, and then you have 2x, what forms the 2 is not the same. What forms this one is as a result of x multiplied by x to give you this. And this one is x plus x to give you 2x. That is why you see in this place, we use x to divide x. In this place, we use x to divide x. And in the other part here, we use this thing to divide, we use x to multiply x to give you x squared. And then we use x to add x to give you 2x. So I believe you get that and you should be able to look at that. Or you pause the video to understand it better. You play back my tone. That when you have x squared, it is x times x. When you have 2x, it is x plus x. That is the way it is. So don't forget or don't mix it up wherever you are having such thing. So that is to division. We still go on. with this. If you have 3y squared divided by 2y, what do you have? In this place, at the upper part, okay, let me say 9. Let me put 3 here. At the upper part, what do you have? You have 9y squared divided by 3y. That is what you have there. So what we focus on at first is the 3 and the 9. 3 here is 1, 3 is 9. It's 3. Don't forget 1 is there. Have we? Then the next one we have is 1y is here, 2y is here. So 1y cancel 1y. We have what? We have just only 1y left. So we have the 3y. So the answer will not be what? 3y. The 3y. But do not forget that these things tends to change. It tends to change on some grams. It tends to change on some gram. So just note that you can, by the time you have like s raised to power 10 divided by s raised to power 2, that is, you are removing s from s. You get that? But by the time you have 2x raised to power 10 divided by s raised to power 2, you know this thing is quite different. This one is quite different. Yes, this one is 2x raised to power 10 and this one is s raised to power 2. This one is s raised to power 10 divided by s raised to power 2. So this one makes a difference or brings difference. So we have in this place, we have x raised to power 10 divided by s raised to power 2. If 2s goes here, that will be x raised to power 8 over ordinary, not x again, that is the answer. Just that is the answer. Why in this place we have 2x raised to power 10 over x raised to power 2. You know the division here is over. So there is nothing to cancel the 2 here, return the 2 back. 2s will cancel this one, so we have x raised to power 8. This is the difference. This is the difference. That is the difference. So let's quickly see the multiplication. Multiplication of any number, it depends on the power of any letter, rather, the letter. X, Y, A, Z, as the case may be. You know the x itself is carrying 1. This one is carrying 1 as well. By the time you use two numbers of the same identity to multiply each other, we have x raised to power 2 multiplied by x raised to power maybe 3. The first thing you do is to find the identity is the same. Just say 2 plus 3, 5. That would be x raised to power 5. It has the same identity. That's the same identity. But in the case where you are having 2s squared, yes, multiplied by y raised to power 2, don't be surprised that the 2 and 2 here will not be able to add each other because of this one. This one had each other, but this one will not be able to add because the letter here and the letter here is quite different. So in this case, what do you have? You have 2s squared y squared. That is all. So by the time you want to multiply the two together, take note of the letter. Take note of the letter. Like we have y raised to power 7 multiplied by y raised to power 5. The letter and the letter, they are the same. So in this case, you have y raised to power 12. That is 7 plus 5 to give you 12. But in the case where you are having y raised to power 7 times s raised to power 5, the letter here are not the same. So what do you have? You have x raised to power 5 and y raised to power 7. It's the same thing that you have. Alright, that is where we are going to see it as far as episode 6 is concerned. And that is what we call division and multiplication of expression or terms. Alright, thank you.